Talking about a higher payload, a bigger, larger box that's more durable, a higher approach angle, engines are gonna have enough torque to move that payload, and then a better operator area with the controls layout being better. I take those top 5 criteria and I take that to engineering to ask them what's the best design to meet all of our customer needs. They were looking for something that was a little bigger, a little heavier duty, that would hold more volume.
When you have something that has a larger payload and it's distributed right throughout the vehicle and doesn't cause any damage on the turf area, it's critical. If I have to, get in between a bunker and an area that I then have to haul out a bunch of sod or I have to remove a tree, limbs or stuff like that, being able to get in there and get out and it holds up over the test of time.
Riding from point A to point B, it's not going over a smooth asphalt pavement all the time. It's going over grass, it's going over concrete, through mulch, and we need something that's going to be durable enough to go through those areas with a load of rocks, boulders, mulch, basically to hold the piece of equipment together, moving the equipment around and being able to dump it and get into smaller, tighter places that a tractor and a trailer wouldn't be able to get into.
From the engineering side, we started with the customer feedback from all the things that Chris had done, and really went and looked at it from a whole point of view. We knew we wanted to be bigger and stronger, so we went with the sides and the stake pockets of all heavier gauge material. The bed takes a lot of abuse, it gets beat up. So we actually made it's not 1-piece sides, they're 3-piece sides. They're modular, you can replace them, you can maintain it and keep the equipment up where it needs to be.
It's a critical piece of equipment. Obviously we have people movers for small mowers and such, but the utility vehicles, they're the bread and butter to the big projects that we're doing out on the golf course. Most people in this business aren't always gentle on their equipment, and so we tend to beat things up. The older Cushman has always been a tried and true piece of equipment on our golf courses here at Pebble Beach, and I look forward to this new vehicle also.
As you look at the back of the truck as well, they were looking at the hitch and making sure they had a heavy towing capacity, a heavy tongue weight for accessories like a top dresser or a tow behind sprayer.
I've got a top dresser hooked up to a truckster. I've got a sweeper at this point hooked up to a truckster. In the fall we use to pick up leaves and those kind of things. So it's kind of your larger specialized equipment that you got to take out to a work site that we utilize the truckster for more so than anything else.
As the utility bed's going to be a little bit bigger, the opportunity to put more payload on it, just give us more flexibility in some of the jobs that we're looking at doing.
It allows us to get more product, whatever that product is, out to the field and on the golf course and be productive.
So the truckster gives you that flexibility to use it on a daily basis, for getting equipment around the golf course, but at the same time gives you the ability to load up a pile of sod, haul sand or dirt to a work site. That's kind of the flexibility that the trucksters gives you nowadays.
So up in the front, one of the things we wanted to focus on was operator comfort. Make sure they had enough room to be comfortable, especially in operations like spraying or top dressing where they can be doing that for long hours.
They feel comfortable in it because a lot of times when we're driving around the golf course, we're doing it during the middle of play, and if an individual doesn't feel comfortable on a piece of equipment, that's when accidents happen.
With our increased cab, we can really kind of place the pedals and steering wheel to give the operator a very comfortable, familiar feel, just like their automobile, and also give them a great visual sight of the dash and all the controls.
Every part needs to be right, and to find something that people are getting excited about, that people like, it's a cool feeling.